Last time I was talking about skinny jeans and the re-emergence of the flare, and when that will happen, as it so inevitably will. I also read something about the dude, the origin of the word dude. I think it might have come from the word duds, which is actually maybe a Scottish word, or just, the British Isles word duds, dude. It's like a dandy in America. And dude ranches, I never knew that, was city slickers going out to pretend to be cowboys in the West back in the 1800s or something. They were called dude ranches. Just means, and there's a great film by Billy Wilder. I can't remember what it's called, but the guy's called Dave the Dude. And it's Glenn Ford playing him, of all people. Then it's got Columbo, Peter Falk, as his sideman. And his name is Joy Boy. I think it's Joy Boy. He's a real miserable, it's Peter Falk, Columbo. I think it's the guy that did Guys and Dolls. That guy. I think he's an Irish name. He did all those New York, hey, how you doing sort of stuff. Dave the Dude. Fantastic. I can't remember his name. It's funny, when you do this, your brain doesn't work as well. You got pressure on you. You think people are going to be listening to you. And yet the odds of that are so incredibly low. And yet somewhere there's a glimmer of not only hope, but a deep fear that what you're saying will come across as utter shit. Yeah? And you have to live with that knowledge that you have been spouting utter shit for the entire time you've been speaking, not only during this podcast, but your entire life. And then you start to question your life, question your decisions. For example, the decision to record this and say these particular words. How on earth is this supposed to invigorate, make people feel good, if I'm going to start tangentially, that's a hard word, tangentially. Tangentially? It's got to be that, yeah? I thought it was tangentially. Tangentially, I've got to write that. That's a great word. Tangentially. Tangentially. Who's that? Yeah, maybe talk about Donald Trump. Tangentially. Donald Trump went to a solarium and got an all over it. Yeah, it was, yes, it was tangentially. Nah, that's terrible. But tangentially. Yeah. Tangentially, yeah. Not that funny. Okay, where are we? How long we got? Now, keep positive. I'm hanging on for dear life for this particular 10 minutes of this waffle or awful. Lungs, liver, intestines. You really got to mince that stuff up if you're going to eat it. If you're going to have a haggis, you don't just, hey, chuck a lung in there. Deep fried lung. Oh my God. So you're not eating one of them while you're listening to this. They really got, actually some cultures, diverse communities do that, don't they? They have, there's obviously liver, but I don't know, what is it about lung? We don't really know where the liver is. We don't know how to feel, but we know our lungs. They're filled with, PCP most evenings. It's my listenership. Lungs. Deep fried lung. Now the heart is also disgusting. Which is worse, the heart or the lung? If you're going to deep fry and eat it. Do we eat? That is part of sheep lungs. That's what offal is. Sweet bread, that's another one, eh? Sweet bread, I think, means brains. Now that's a bit of a con job, that name, isn't it? Do you want the sweet bread? Oh, really? Oh, I feel like a bit of dessert. Sure. Sweet bread, does it come with cream? Not really. Some spinal column juice, but... What? Some marrow perhaps smeared on top. Would you like that? What part of Cumbernauld are you from exactly there? Smeared. Smear, Pat Smear. The guy in Nirvana, I finally got what his punk rock name was. Pat Smear. Never knew that. I think he's actually mixed race, that guy. Like half black, or he's half Puerto Rican or something. That's why he doesn't look like a punk rocker. Let's face it, it's hard for Puerto Ricans and black people to look like punk rockers. Just the way curly hair doesn't go with punk rock. You know? It's a 70s thing. It goes with froze. I mean, you can get, hip hop. Even that wasn't, they were all flat tops and all that, weren't they? Or bald heads. Nah, they had that as well. No, but no, it's definitely punk rock. Nah. Although there has been, I think, maybe the punk rock hairstyle, maybe like Sid Vicious, might have been influenced by the young Rasta guys in London starting to grow their hair into dreadlocks, and it'd come out spiky. When you look at Bob Marley when he was young, or you just see guys when they're starting to grow dreadlocks. Maybe Sid Vicious and them started saying, that looks cool, and they started doing it, or else they just cut their hair short. I mean, I think Johnny Rotten just used a butcher knife to cut his hair, or a staple gun or something. I think he just lit himself on fire, stapled his penis to his forehead, had himself run over by an 18-wheeler, and blamed it on the royal family. That was pretty much the liner notes for their first album. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing, of course. Yeah, I'm riffing now, Of course, now the fact I've just mentioned I'm riffing has totally stopped me riffing. That's what happens. It's like when I'm making love with myself. I just start to enjoy treating myself gently and whispering nice things into my ear and perhaps caressing part of my body that I push my hand away, but I know that deep down I really want me to touch myself there. And if I'm nice to myself, if I'm a gentleman, I will allow myself to touch my most intimate regions. That's a bit of a wank joke. They never go old. What if 70-year-old men masturbate? I wish I could get a video of that. No, I don't want. That was a joke. Please don't email me that, okay? Don't drop box that one. I don't want to see a dropped box. Okay? Yeah? That's a good. Yeah. There we go. There's a porn joke there. Dropped box. Transferred some granny porn. They did it by dropped box. Okay. That's horrible. I don't know, but I gotta keep it airy. Transferred some granny porn. He used dropped box. I don't know if they'll elaborate. He used dropped box. Who knows? I just keep going with these. This is alright. I'm getting something out of it. No one's listening. So I think I'll overwhelm people with the sheer number of these inane fucking spoutings. It may have a zero quality, but the quantity, no one can beat me. I might go into the tens of thousands. I might just record, each one will be about 15 seconds long. Do about 300 to 400 a day, times 300 to 400 times 100, times 10 would be 3,000, 30,000, 90,000, so 90,000 a year. Is that 90,000 a year? 90,000 a year. 90,000 podcasts a year. That's got to get me in the Guinness Book of Records, yeah? I mean, a 15-second podcast? Why not? Pretty much the same as my love life, why not? You can listen to the podcast while you make love. There you go, who knows? By the time your wife has an orgasm, you'll be on the 360th. I want to add more misogyny into my podcast. I think it's coming back. There's a future in misogyny. Stay tuned for further developments.